Stepped into days and that shit's so wild, where chaos rules and sanity's exiled. Tech toys and gadgets fill the air. Superheroes talk without a care. In this realm of wires and might, late night sessions feel so right. Insanity's dance we all embrace, a smile found on every face. Dave's Dimension, here we roam, a place where minds can freely comb. Second toys blend in the fray, superheroes light the way. Dave's Dimension, here we roam, a place where minds can freely comb. Second toys blend in the fray, superheroes light the way. Unbox the wonder, see them shine. Every spark a moment in time. Gadgets speaking in mystic tones, Dave's world where the unknown's known. Chaos reigns with vibrant glee, insanity's harmony set us free. From gadgets grand to heroes tall, Dave's Dimension answers the call. Dive deep into the pixel sea, unveil secrets so free. With techniques the fantastic sprawl, Dave's name echoes in the hall.
Hey guys, welcome back again to Tuesday Night Talks. Tuesday Night Talks, Dave's Dimension, back again. Yeah, I kind of threw something together for a quick short notice intro. And I found a really awesome site where you can make your own music via AI. And you actually get about 10 free ones a day. So I kind of played around with some theme songs and hope you guys like it. Maybe we'll be using it on more streams. We'll see how it goes. Archer's saying, is the video glitching for anyone else? Please let me know in the chat if the video is glitching for anyone else. That was a intro. I literally, like, the video clips were made of 3 separate intros. I kind of pieced them together, so if the quality wasn't the greatest, I do apologize. Well, let's start off we had Archer was first. First and foremost, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Yeah, it's him. It's always him. Don't forget, every Thursday night on Nerd Affiliated, you can catch Hey Archer every Thursday night around 8:15-ish p.m. Eastern time, so go ahead and check him out. I'm sure he's got a lot to talk about. He's been posting a lot on his on the Nerd Affiliated Facebook and also on Instagram. You guys want to check them out. And also, of course, The Real Nerd Busters on Instagram as well. There's all this talk about Hasbro, and our boy is the only one who's been mentioning the actual numbers, so you want to check him out. Let's see what else we got going on. Let's see who else we got. We got the Megadan Collects. Hey yo everyone, boy what a day. We also got Ultra Carzilla here, and what is up everyone? We're actually going to be talking a little bit of 1027. The supposed Hasbro stream, and we got some criticisms about that. We got some pluses and minuses. We'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at their stream, and well, we'll see what we get from it. Megadan said, I got ripped off at one of my favorite stores. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Let's just catch up here. It would have been more glorious if you played Bobby Roode's Glorious theme. Yeah, but that would be copyright. Because this is AI generated, there's going to be no copyrights on this. And besides, I don't think anyone else has a Dave's Dimension theme song. I have several now. And I will be playing around with it a little bit more, courtesy of a good friend of mine. He was foolish. I foolishly traded in my Pokemon Scarlet. I feel so dumb. Don't beat yourself up, man. these things happen. We live, we learn. That's why we make mistakes to try and learn. Might be my internet. I loved it though. What did you guys think of the theme song? There's this site we can go to called Suno AI. I'm actually going to share that with you guys right now. That's what we do. We share, right? Okay, let's go ahead and do this. So yeah, you just go to suno.com, and you can make any kind of music. You can it's AI, so you would just go in and you can listen to other people's music. It's like this whole database here, but you can also create your own music, which I thought was pretty awesome. You just click on create. Here's a few songs I already created. So it's something new, it's something fun, So yeah, Dave's Dimension created some theme songs for the channel. I'm gonna play around with it. You get 10 free ones a day. You get a few free ones a day, and then you could subscribe if you want to make a ton more, or just wait until the next day and you make some more music then. So there we are. We played some music. I don't know if this will come through. Got some hard rock versions. And literally, you just type in whatever keyword you want to have your name in it. I just typed in Dave's Dimension. I put the YouTube, and then I put YouTube channel where chaos and insanity reign supreme. I put home for tech, toys, and talk, and then I put rock. Or I did superhero theme, and it came up with some pretty awesome ones. So I saved these. You can delete the others, but I thought that was pretty cool. They even give you the lyrics right on the side. Lost in the dark, screen waves. Lost in the dark, screen waves. Chaos reigns supreme. Dare to brave. I mean, it's AI. It's not going to sound like perfect grammar, but it's something kind of fun though. So yeah, I kind of played around with that today. Something fun, something new, something to change things up. Let's scroll up, guys. We got Megadan is talking about his game. The game is worth $25 store credit. I was only given $7 credit for a $45 game. I mean, you could try and bring that up to store management, but when one person says could be another thing. I hope the best for you as far as that turns out. And by the way, guys, if anyone wants to hop on the Dimension tonight, the link is in the video description below, so go ahead and click on it and hop through the portal and join me. Let's see. Yesterday from Walmart, I got the Jurassic Chaos Theory. I want to say Rouchus. Probably pronouncing that wrong. I plan to get at least 7 to display against my soon-to-be made Marauders style Halo ODST customs. Yeah, you guys want to stay. If you want to check out his customs, again, Ultra Carzilla is going to be debuting these customs in 2025, so stay tuned to his Instagram and all of his social medias for further details. We got Cap. We got the Cap himself, Captain Spaulding right there. If you guys don't know this guy, you should definitely follow him on Instagram. He's a great friend of the toy community, great horror collector, and a connoisseur of finely awesome tattoos. So please follow him. Kick a theme song. Okay. Today from eBay, I got the Jurassic World Maisie Beta and Lystrosaurus 3-pack for at least $25. Awesome. Let's see what else we got going on here. Carzilla is talking about some of his the jazz wares. Very cool. And the employees that were there were completely unprofessional. I mean, you can at least reach out and see what's going on. See, Dre just showed up. He missed out on a new theme song. He'll probably check it out later. Dre's at work right now, so he's probably on a break. But that's enough ranting. I can't wait till Halloween. My girlfriend Victoria will be at my job. Awesome. Very cool, Megadan. So we have a lot to talk about, but your boy did now. If I don't know if any of you guys saw, I dropped a video earlier today. Yes, I dropped a video. It's been a while, but I dropped a little bit of a pickup video courtesy of Dre, the Collector Safe Space. So if you guys want to check out that video, go obviously to Dave's Dimension on YouTube, and you'll see the pickups. Dre hooked me up with a bunch of stuff because he and I were always looking out. We're always hunting for each other because he sees stuff down south that I don't see up here, and vice versa. But I played around and did a little something. I ordered these flame effects from AliExpress, my first AliExpress purchase. And I gotta say, these are sharp enough to cut someone. These are nice and solid, and I like that there's a little open cavity on every single one of these, so I could sneak a little LED in there and make these look like they're glowing, because we still have to unbox Marvel Legends Phoenix. But that is not all. Your boy even picked up a ZD Toys War Machine from AliExpress. It's not bad. It doesn't have all the posability, but stay tuned to the video so you can get all the details. Because I need a small version for the big one. Those unboxes will be happening very, very, very soon. Let's see what's going on here. Ultra Carzilla, you heard it, guys. 2025 is the year my ODST Marauder style customs will be fully completed, as I plan to make 6 ODST members for my custom Halo squad. So there you guys go. Megadan says, Dre, I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, Ultracar says, I have those types of flame effects 3 years ago, as I've gotten them from Storm Collectibles, Ultimate Mortal Kombat Scorpion figure I also got 3 years ago. Well, see, I saw something like those on Amazon, but I didn't want to pay the price. So I said, screw it. Let's see, does Ali or Temu have it? They did. So, and at a fraction of the price. So I said, what the hell? Let's be scientific. Let's do an experiment. And I ordered from them, and it wasn't bad. Now, the ZD Toys, they're selling those for like 40 some odd dollars on Amazon. I got this one for around 20. So, yes, is it like, does it have all the great posability of like SH Figure Arts, Mayfex? No, but for the price and for the look of it, it's going to be a stationary object that's just going to sit, or stand in this case, in front of my War Machine Hot Toy. So it's going to be a nice little companion piece. It doesn't need to do a ton of poses. Just needs to stand there and look pretty. Ooh, just so pretty. Let's see what's going on here. Everyone's saying hello to Dre. We got David's Life right there saying hello neighbors. And there's his, I believe that's the link to his channel. So go ahead and give him a subscribe. He's a local, another Western New Yorker named Dave, who does a lot of vlog content, driving around, checking out the sites all over Western New York. So give him a, if you want something very laid back, very relaxed, go ahead and check it out. Okay, he posted a link. I'll be premiering on November 11th at 11 a.m. I'll be going through Delta Sonic on Niagara Falls Boulevard. Oh, you're talking about the car wash. Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly where that is. But guys, we got a couple things we need to talk about. Especially since Dre came through. Now, you guys know that me and Dre, we were doing a school lunch fundraiser this past month. It was an initiative that we did last year with EC Collecting, Colin of EC Collecting, the three of us. We did a school lunch fundraiser. Now, this year, we tried to do the school lunch fundraiser again, but sadly, we only had one or two. We just had one or two people donate, and that was it. It is a bit disheartening. It's a bit disappointing, but we also acknowledge the fact that there was a lot of natural disasters that swept the East Coast this year. Florida, the South, I mean, just the southern part of the country just got ransacked twice by two massive hurricanes. So we know a lot of people are out of work, out of jobs. Some people lost family members. Some people, are trying to figure out what their next moves, what their next steps in their lives are going to be. Some people are going to have to move out of their areas, and some people are going to try and push hard through tough times to try and rebound themselves. So we know that there's a lot going on in the world. Dre and I, we were hoping we could have had, a handful, maybe 5 or 10 people donate, but it just wasn't in the cards for this fundraiser. Sadly, the school lunch fundraiser was, it was non-existent. I think it was overshadowed by a lot of what was going on around in our worlds. Don't worry, Dre and I will be doing other fundraisers in the future. We were procuring some Mythic Legions that we were going to be giving away. That is going to have to hold off until maybe another fundraiser. We'll see what happens. Of course, in 2025, I will still be doing the Stream for a Cure to benefit Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Institute. That also will be potentially taking a different form than it has the past couple of years. This past year, for fundraisers, it's been a little bit fickle, to say the least. In some cases, it seems like either your fundraisers aren't a draw unless you have maybe a big name person collaborating with you on it, or it's just for one reason or another, it's just not grabbing the attention of everyone around. So hopefully the next fundraiser we embark upon, we'll get more eyes, we'll get more people involved. We were trying to share the links. We tried to do everything we could this time, and it just wasn't enough. Dre and I will not be focusing on a fundraiser, probably not until 2025. It'll probably be sometime next year, because right now Halloween is this week. And then you got November. November is the beginning of the holidays. Families and Thanksgivings. I mean, and let's face it, December, you have Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, New Year's. It's going to be a very busy time for a lot of people. So, we'll probably be doing a fundraiser sometime. It could be early 2025. It might not be until the spring. We just have to see what happens. And we also have to reevaluate, YouTube in general. This isn't a conversation I wanted to have, but it's one that needs to be had. It was a bit disheartening. I mean, I wish we could have got more people involved. We had people sharing it. Oz of Ostradamus toys. We had Mython and Python. We had obviously Rolando. We had so many people who were sharing it, but those shares, they just didn't result in anything. And I mean, we can't do we can't do a giveaway stream when there's only 1 or 2 people who are going to be winning prizes. So we're reaching out to those people to make them aware. We appreciate the donations they did make to the school lunch fundraiser. But, hopefully maybe next year or maybe the next fundraiser will be more fruitful. It's just, again, it wasn't an ideal outcome. We were doing everything we did the last time, and it just, for one reason or another, it didn't result in anything. So, it's something that we just have to kind of double down and refocus and take a look at things. We were like I said, we were hoping to get more people involved, but it just didn't happen. Life, Mother Nature, the world, even the political world seems to be taking over YouTube in general. And by the way, guys, you guys know this. Dave's Dimension, and especially Tuesday Night Talks, we are a drama-free zone. We don't care what religion you are. We don't care what creed. We don't care what side of the street you walk on. We don't care, everyone and everyone is family here. No judgments. We don't banish people. We don't delete other people's comments. Wink, wink. This has always been a safe zone. And, look at Dre. He is Dre of the collector safe space. Dre has always welcomed anyone and everyone. Okay? And it's just, we just need to kind of dust ourselves off and move forward. Always forward, never backwards, guys. So speaking of which, let's get into it. Let's pull up Hasbro and their stream. Now, I will say this. This past week, there's a strong contingent of the Ghostbusters. I don't want to say an overpowering contingent of the Ghostbusters community, but there's some fans that actually verbally attacked the HasLab team. And one of the leaders of the HasLab team, the spokesperson, Emily, who she's also a spokesperson for G.I. Joe and so many other teams, a lot of people were actually just flat out attacked her. And I think it has to do with, a lot of people not knowing the entire story in regards to the layoffs. Like, oh, why wasn't she laid off? Personally, I've met I met two of the HasLab members last June. They're really good people. They're down to earth. They're hard workers. They're passionate. When you talk to them about the products, it isn't just a face that they're putting on. It is pride. It is nostalgia. It is fandom. There are different levels of fandom. You don't have to be in full cosplay to be a part of fandom. If you can be a casual fan, you're part of the fandom, no matter what level you are. And if anyone's out there who feels that, oh, you have to be a certain level to be considered in the fandom, or, oh, I'm a bigger fan than you are, or you're a bigger fan than this person, listen, it don't matter. I'm telling you that right now. If you're someone who thinks that you are a bigger fan because of someone else, just because maybe you have more items, maybe because you cosplay, that doesn't define you as a fan, okay? That defines your ability. Not everyone has the ability or can financially afford all these collectibles. They can't always afford a cosplay. Some people, they make a proton pack out of cardboard, okay? Or and when you're a kid, did you ever play Star Wars? Did you ever pretend you're a Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader holding a flashlight? Sometimes it's your imagination that sparks the fandom, that sparks so much inside. So anyone out there who feels that they're a bigger fan than insert name here or insert name there, you're passing judgment on them. And all I got to say is, if you feel that way, you can pass judgment on me. You can like this stream. You can pass on to it. There's plenty of other content on YouTube. I'm sure you'll have no problem in finding content there. But I just want to say, don't pass judgment on someone without actually trying to get to know them, trying to find out a little bit more about them. I mean, if you're going to do that, that's judging a book by its cover. If you don't look at both sides of a story, there's a lot to be said about that. Every one of us, we have our backgrounds, we have our stories. Some of us, maybe we just jumped into a fandom 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe some of us jumped into a fandom this past year. Maybe some of us just jumped into a fandom 10, 15 years ago. It doesn't matter. As long as you appreciate the fandom, as long as you appreciate the content, whether it's Star Wars, whether it's Marvel TV shows on Disney Plus, whether it's Power Rangers, which seems to be a dying fandom, or it's already dead in some cases. It doesn't matter. But if you can't open your eyes to it, if you can't look at all the different sides, if you only see your side and that's all you're willing to see, I don't know what to tell you. Life is too short. So just enjoy it while you can, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So here we are. They're talking. Whoa, we don't want commercials. Like we want to see The Rock on a commercial. I really don't. He's looking old. Okay, let's skip this now. There we go. So here we go. They're unveiling Nemesis. Now, honestly, I get that he's a big part of the comics. He was a part of the later seasons of G.I. Joe, especially when they did the Cobra Emperor. He's going to be a pass on me, guys. I know this sounds crazy, but he's actually going to be a pass on me. Or a pass for me. I'm like, don't get me wrong, he looks cool. He looks like he would fit more in the Marvel universe. It's just... He doesn't scream G.I. Joe. It's when G.I. Joe kind of like went down a rabbit hole of let's go mythological, let's go, cult-like, let's just go like really down a rabbit hole. But of course, in the comics, he's a force to be reckoned with in comics. So if you read the Joe comics, now personally for me, I never read the G.I. Joe comics. I didn't. So maybe I'm missing or having a disconnect right there. Trust me, these images look fantastic here in the comics, right? Now, here he is. We actually have a little variance here, right? He looks badass, okay? He definitely looks a bit badass. He looks like someone who could tackle, I don't know, like a gargoyle and possibly win. He does look badass. He's got these weird arm-like wings that kind of come out. Does look very awesome. Does look amazing. Let's go. Can we go? Did I already skip over the alternates? Here we go. So they're talking about the materials, right? Here's his alternate where he's got like little serpents. He's got like snakes coming out of his back, like he's Medusa's illegitimate stepson or something. I don't know. But we got this like bone kind of helm like mask or some alteration to him. He's got the solid white eyes. He looks very badass here with his swords, with his sword and his arm claws. Don't get me wrong, he does look badass, but for me, this is a pass right now. This is mostly a pass for me because right now, this time of year, I kind of have to be picky. If that makes any sense, guys, I have to be picky. What's this? Nerdophilia is like, okay, my internet works better now. The intro was awesome, haha. Anyone who attacks Emily can eat it. Yeah, can eat a bag of, it. I don't know if you saw that on Archer, Nerd Affiliated. If you saw on the Hasbro page, there were people attacking her, and I'm not saying Hasbro was in the right with what they did, letting go so many employees, but you also have to look at, okay, we don't know, okay, all we know of her and a few other people we know of what we see on the live streams or on their social media. That's all we see. That's all we know. We don't know that some of these people, they could be the kind of people who are in the office 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, and they're there until 8 or 9 at night. These are people who, they travel all over the world, right? All over the country they're traveling. In fact, right now they're traveling across the world over to the UK. These are people who are taking time away from their loved ones, significant others, families, and they're putting their careers first. So we don't know what they're actually giving up. And my thing is, you can't judge a person based on that. Just like, I know, now, I don't want to get political, but I know people who are voting on both sides of the fence, right? That doesn't change who they are to me. They're my friends. They're family. Just because they're voting for this person opposed to this person, I'm not going to pass judgment on them. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, if you vote for this person, you're voting for good. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, if you vote for that person, you're voting for evil. I'm not that kind of a person. I don't believe in dumpster fires. I'm being honest. I welcome everyone on this stream. Okay? Tuesday Night Talks is just that. It's Tuesday Night Talks. Let's talk about anything and everything you guys want. That's what it's about. No judgments. You could be Christian. You could be born again. You could be Roman Catholic. I was raised Roman Catholic. You could be Jewish. You could be a Buddhist. You can have any religion out there. You could be a Wiccan, and you are more than welcome on this channel. We don't pass judgments. We look at every angle possible. We look at every side possible. There is no black and white. The world is filled with 50 shades of gray. Giggity. The thing is, life is too short, and, you have to live with your choices. Plain and simple. And I will say this, the people on the HasLab teams and the Hasbro teams, they're some of the best people around, in my book. Like I said, I got to meet two of them briefly on Ghostbusters Day, and they were very awesome people. They're very generous. They gave a lot of their time for us, for the fans and the creators who were there. Just very awesome people, and you talk to someone, you get a good vibe about them. These were very awesome people, and that's how I view it in my book. But let's go on. Let's catch up on the chat here. We got Paul's Collectibles. Made it. Interested to hear your thoughts on the announcements. Yeah. Now, see, I'm a G.I. Joe collector, but I'm passing on Nemesis. So there is that right there. Paul's Collectible says, agree, Dave. Pollock shouldn't affect real friendships. No, they shouldn't. I might be a little judgy, but I'll keep it to myself. Of course you will, Paul. Of course. So let's see. Yeah, so, for him, I'm kind of like, if I see him on sale, maybe I'll revisit this figure, and I'll say, maybe if it's on sale, I'll pick him up. He does look very badass. If you're someone who's into custom figures, like doing some custom painting, some modifying, he could easily fit in Marvel. He could easily fit in with, hell, even DC Universe. He's just a very badass looking guy right there. It's a badass figure, but a badass figure is not justification for me to just pick it up. I got a lot of finances I need to look at right now. Those that know, a couple months ago, I switched jobs. I took a major pay cut to be in my current position, but I'm mentally and emotionally much, much better than I was. So there's a trade-off. And also my collecting is taking that trade-off. I really haven't been buying figures. I've been doing 3D prints. Been doing 3D printing of Doctor Who, the TARDIS cube in siege mode, silver filament. Little prop from Doctor Who as well. Even 3D printing parts for a new proton pack. So I've been staying busy, guys. So my collecting's kind of changing. It's going a different approach. I've 3D printed various signs for my shelves. I'm going to be reworking this entire back area. So there's a lot of things we're changing up here. But, it is what it is. Paul says, I was shocked about TVC. It really feels like they front-loaded a lot of figures for a show that tanked. Oh, we'll be getting to that, yes. So let's just skip ahead. Don't get me wrong. These graphics, this art looks amazing. It really does. But it's not enough. Like this right here. I think this would be a great figure potentially to have with some Marvel zombies if they do some waves of zombies. That's just me. Meanwhile, we're missing a lot of figures that people are clamoring for. Oh, definitely. There are people who are cherry picking, let's be honest. So there's well, you blasted commercials. There you go. Okay, so there we go. We get the of course this just pegs into his back, like I'm surprised. That's not an original piece, guys. One of the figures Dre shipped out to me was Ancient Venom. Agent Venom of S.H.I.E.L.D. Tell me right there. Tell me that doesn't look like the little snakes. I mean, that's all they did. They took the concept of that, turned them into snakes, and just put it out there for him. That's all they did. It's not anything inventive. I mean, we have a head swap, and then we have like these little bone-like swords right here. That's it. That is it. It's not terribly fantastic. I mean, it's cool. It looks cool on him, and we got these wings. They almost look like they're reworked from some Marvel Legend characters that I'm thinking of. So, and there we go. We got Emily talking with one of the other GI Joe members right there. So let's go skip ahead. I mean, they're showing him off. I mean, yes, he looks great, but my question is, okay, a lot of times, sometimes with GI Joes, half the figures, if they have a backpack, sometimes you have a hard time keeping that back piece on. So that begs the question: are we going to have the same issue here or not? You know, I know some people, they'll take like some sticky tack or a little dab of hot glue, then I fill it in, and Bob's your uncle. So everyone has an Uncle Bob, you know that. Nerdophilia is like, you got me hooked on Sunu. I mean, yeah, you can just type in some stuff and, you know, make some fun music, man. I mean, hell, within 5 minutes, I made a couple theme songs to Dave's Dimension. So, yeah, it's a bit fun. You can make maybe a real Nerdbusters theme. It's something you can definitely do, man. Check it out. And no, I have no affiliation to them. A friend of mine just spun me onto him a little bit before the stream. And there I am. But let's go ahead and there's more Joes than just Nemesis. Let's just skip ahead. They're really spending a lot. I mean, hell, that's what, 15 minutes? Maybe about 13 minutes realistically. And by the way, I believe he's already sold out on Hasbro Pulse right now. Like I said, I passed on him. Oh, here we got the Transformer boys. Talking about one of their latest figures. See, my problem is some of these figures look good. This is just a regurgitated, think of like a Nemesis Prime kind of deal. You know, he's got more of a medieval grill going on, his face mask right there. It's cool that we're getting like these fire effects, but I mean, QC is going to be a big issue. Some of their figures lately have been lackluster. I mean, this is supposed to be like, I think this is supposed to be like a version of Megatron or Megatronus, because obviously he's purple, black, turns into a tank. And what's with the fire wrapping around the tank? Is that supposed to be like the fire on his arms? Is that supposed to be like storage for it? I mean, I'm asking for a friend. I really am. So I was a Transformers collector. I have a few Transformers in my collection right now. Not too much, not too many, because I stepped away from the whole deal. Yeah, he sold out. Oh yeah, Nemesis. Yeah, he's definitely sold out. He sold out as of today, in fact. But you know, this is it's a cool design in robot mode, but in vehicle mode, we've seen the tank. We've seen this tank done so many times. We've seen it for different versions of Megatron, both official and knockoffs. It's just a hit and a miss for me, man. It really is. I mean, nothing about the 1027 streams. They used to be something like really awesome, really amazing, and they're really not anymore. They really are not. And, whoa, oh great, 2 commercials? Seriously? Come on. So, I mean, there is that. And here is the big announcement. We're getting Devastator. For the Transformer fans, they are bringing back Devastator. Sorry, I was delayed, but now I'm in real time. Haha. No worries, Archer. So yeah, the big news is we're getting Devastator, but they're breaking him up. They're not going to sell Devastator as one big set. You're going to have to buy him slowly. That's the deal. What's that? The wife said she was sad she didn't see you at New York City Comic Con. I'm sorry. Well, you're just gonna have to bring the wife with you for Ghostbusters Day this year. That's all. And by the way, if anyone's interested, this year's Ghostbusters Days will be Saturday, June 7th, in beautiful, sunny, balmy New York City. So come on, it's fun for the whole family. And I mean, hey, bring your wife. My wife will be there. The wives can talk. They can commiserate about their husbands who are YouTubers and who dragged them into the Ghostbusters fandom. There you go. I mean, it's cool seeing these figures that some of us had as kids. I didn't have these. I wish I had the Constructicons, but my cousin Bobby did, and I never got to have any of those figures. I would like to collect them, but it depends on the price points. Also, I don't know how I feel. I mean, I get that the Constructicons were like kind of a limeish green, but this looks a little brighter. I don't know how I feel about that personally. And like I said, it also depends on the damn price points. So there you go. You get Scrapper. So there you go. You got Scrapper. You got Bone Crusher right here. It's cool that we're getting the window boxes again. Thank God. These actually look like they're putting plastic over them instead of the ones that are fresh and open, like they've been doing. I think some of those, they collect a lot of dust, and you don't know what's going on. People could be coughing on them. At least with the bubble, you have some protections, and it shows you how many steps right there in the box. This I'm presuming that these are just like prototype packaging. I hope the packaging is a little bit more exciting than this, personally. Let's see here. In sunny, smelly New York City. Hey, it's a city that never sleeps, open the door, it's like pulling someone's finger. You know what I mean? Oh. I mean, it's cool that they actually pulled out an Optimus here so you can see to scale where they are. Some of these are Voyagers. They actually showed us the entire wave. So here's the prototype in gray, right? And yes, he does have a little bit of height. If you don't count the antennas on Menasor, he's got some height. He's got some girth because, let's face it, Devastator and the Constructicons, that was the OG combiner. That was our first combiner back in G1 days. I mean, even in a gray prototype, he does look pretty damn awesome. But I never got around to getting Menasor either, because it's just trying to find the figures together to combine to actually buy them is a whole other proposition all onto itself. But that's the thing. If they honestly, here's my thing. They should take a book. They should take a page out of HasLab. Give us a deluxe version. Offer up a version where all the figures are together, or break them up. You could have an offering where you have them in the individual packagings, or you can offer them where there's a combiner set and maybe comes with like a little extra diorama piece for a few bucks more. It's something they could do. They could easily do something like that, Let's wait for this commercial to go through. And by the way, I heard Venom made its money back and made its budget back now already. So that's kind of cool. Although I've been hearing a lot of mixed reviews about Venom, The Last Dance. That's the other thing. Naruto crossover with Transformers. I was never really into Naruto, and this doesn't make me want to get into Naruto as it is. So this is a hard pass. Hasbro and Transformers, they're trying to cross over every little thing. Next, they're going to make the Fortnite bus from from Fortnite turn into a Transformer. It'll happen. It will. Yes, yes. This obviously is my favorite part. We got the HasLabs, we got the Hasbro Pulse crew talking with Yes Have Some YHS podcast. You can listen, you can check out their podcast, and also every Tuesday night, I believe, I want to say 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube on the YHS network, on the YHS YouTube channel. Yes, Have Some. I mean, you got the trifecta right here. They're missing Ryan Dole. They're usually a foursome, but there's a threesome right here. Of course, we got the couple right here. We got Craig and Abby. They're a couple. They were actually featured in. They had a small story in the Ghost Heads documentary. But these are, they're the top. Let's just say one of the top YouTube channels for Ghostbusters. It's like, Yes, Have Some. It's Ghostbusters News, which is Jason Fitzsimmons, based out of Canada. And there's also Ghost Speakin', and there's a few other YouTube channels out there who are definitely, definitely your top guys when it comes to Ghostbusters. So we had like a little interview session with them where they got to talk about, ask questions, kind of showcase and actually compliment the execution of these prototypes. Because yes, again, these are just prototypes. Let's just catch up here. Paul said, I was a little older by then, so I've only seen Joe's and Transformers my little brothers had. Okay, yep. It's always fascinating to see how they have continued on. Yeah, it's cool to see that Devastator is still Devastator, that they kind of still have the same kind of look and appearance, where they've reformatted and tried to update other characters. At least Venom 3 isn't a musical. Listen, I never saw the first Joker, and I never had an urge to do that either. Ultra Carzilla says, Hasbro, why haven't you made my Aliens crossover Transformers collab, as they could make a Xenomorph Queen Predacon and the APC, the Armored Personnel Carrier, into an Autobot? That could easily be done, and I know a few people who would buy that in an instant. Now, again, you guys know I'm a big proponent of. Oh, excuse me. I'm a big proponent of the Ecto-1. We are going to be talking about Mondo toys a little bit later, but if you are a Ghostbusters fan, or even if you're just a collector, if you have the means and the space, mind you, because space is, real estate in your collecting is very important. But if you have the means, if you have the finances, and you have the space, and your wife isn't going to kill you, then you definitely should be backing at least one of these guys. The numbers have not been overly encouraging, but that's because this is the first time we're getting a play set or a playable item that is not a prop for Ghostbusters, and I think that's a consensus with a lot of people. Excuse me. Creativity from the future. Welcome to the stream, saying hey friends. But that's the thing. I mean, this thing looks amazing. Okay? I mean, you have the Ecto-1. You have the standard edition, Ecto-1, right? But if you back the deluxe, you can swap it from Ecto-1 to Ecto-1A. Plus, you get all these figures. You get the 4 guys from Ghostbusters 2 with all their accessories, the proton packs, and 2 slime blowers. You get the Librarian Ghost, the Gray Lady, and you also get Slimer. But if we hit 1,200 within a 2-week time period, we also get Louis Tully, or 2,000, I should say. And that's the thing; it's not looking like we're gonna hit that goal, so we're not gonna get Louis, which is sad. Oh, excuse me. I haven't been sleeping well. I apologize. But we get the slime effects. We get the slime toaster. We get with the hot beverage thermal mug and balloons for the kids. And of course, we have them gushing. Oh, I'm gonna wait for another commercial. Gotta love that. Can't believe Hasbro flew these guys out again. Give someone else a try. You know what? I don't think that it was necessary that they flew them out because that was in New York City. I'm pretty sure, I want to say that might have been New York City right there. And it was also shown that on their YouTube channel that they were at New York City Comic Con. So they were probably already going, and they figured, hey, do you have plans on coming to New York City? If you do, hey, reach out to us, and we want to do a little something. I mean, with some of the content that they've been making, they do a lot of stuff with like Geek Dad Life. I mean, they do a lot of different stuff with different YouTubers. They have a lot of toy talks, not just on G.I. Joe or not just on Ghostbusters, but on a lot of brands. So, I mean, there is something to be said about that. But I would love to have seen Jason from GB News on here. I would love to see Jason and also Ghost Beacon on here. There's also the guys from Ectoplasm podcast. There's a lot of different groups I would love to see come out here. Why not interview some of the New York City Ghostbusters? There's definitely arguments to be made for that. Oh, Ultra Carzilla is like, and why haven't we gotten our Transformers versus Terminator collab? As I want to see the T-8000 from the Transformers versus the Terminator comics made. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff they can do. But also, who has the Terminator license right now? I don't think it's Hasbro. So there's probably that. I mean, I just think this prototype... Now, these are prototypes. These are full color, lights and sound. They look amazing for a prototype. Now, just imagine what the polished, finished product is going to look a year from now. That's why I'm pushing this. I'm like, I really want that. You know? I am worried that some people are going to have second thoughts, especially with the other offerings and products out there. That's a main concern with a lot of people. Is, well, I can't do both, so I gotta do A or B. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the lights right there. The Ecto 1A looks fantastic, especially with the guys out here. I mean, it's definitely a no-brainer for me. I have backed one of the Ectos. I mean, these definitely look like some different head sculpts right here. I mean, Ray looks very rejuvenated. I love how all the wires are, all the hoses, coming from the slime blower to the slime blower back unit. And of course, we're on to the Star Wars now. And just like Paul said, yes, let's just make TVC versions of a TV show that was not very well received. NECA hasn't made any new Terminator figures since 2020, and it's time they lose it, as they failed to give us newly sculpted Kyle Reese, and they never made a Terminator 1984 Sarah Connor figure either. Good point, good point. Just saying. Just saying. I mean, for a TVC, I think this is a pretty good likeness. The robe just looks so friggin' massive. I get this, the fabric, and this way the fabric's gonna lay on there. Sorry. Let's see who's next. Okay. Oh, hello there. So we get Kenobi from the Kenobi show, obviously. Towards the end of it, because he's got his goggles on. I mean, I'm not a TVC collector. He does look okay, but it's like, give us the... I mean, if you're a Star Wars collector, give what the fans want. Fans want Hammerhead. They want all these other characters. Hey, welcome. It's Chad. I just found your channel while scrolling. All I have to say is anything pre-order selling out is completely stupid and only leaves money on the table for a company that's been hemorrhaging. 100%. I mean, if you're going to do pre-orders, don't do a sell. Don't say you're sold out. Obviously, you have the molds. Keep taking pre-orders, but allow, make an announcement or have some kind of alert on there saying that, oh, we've closed out of wave 1 of our pre-orders. We're now opening wave 2, which means you're going to get your wave 1. Let's just say wave 1. Oh, wave 1 is going to ship out February 25th. Okay. Wave 2, we're going to be shipping that out March 25th or April 15th. If people are willing to keep buying it, keep making, if people are willing to pay for those orders, then by all means, keep making it, keep churning it out. I mean, hell, here I am. I just got Marvel. I got the Marvel X-Men, X-Men 97 Cyclops. I just got him in hand. People are waiting to get this stuff a year later. Okay. Hasbro's talking about, oh, we have to lay people off. We have to do this. We have to do that. No. Excuse me. Keep making it. Keep churning it out. Keep producing it, but have the realistic expectation that, oh, this is going to be, the next wave is going to be another 2 months out or another 3 months out. Be realistic and build some loyalty, build some appreciation, I mean, hell, I wanted to get the Once a Man Cobra Commander. I gave up on it. One, I'm not going to pay $80 on eBay for him. Not going to happen. Two, every time that they were restocking him, it was like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm on my way to work, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. There's no way I was going to be able to get it. So I've just given up on it. Hell, I don't even have a Cobra Commander, let alone that Cobra Commander. So, I mean, there's a lot to be said. Availability, and the thing is, you have a better chance of finding something in a store than you do getting on the website, because you got so many people who are just going left and right. Okay, more commercials with a creepy Hugh Grant. Now, I'm not a Black Series collector anymore. I kind of stepped away from Black Series, but he does look pretty badass. I like the armor. I like the sculpt on it. I wish it had more of a metallic look to it than just like a wet rubber plastic look, But he does look pretty cool. In here, this image, he looks badass. And, under the studio lights, it obviously has a much, much different look. Pre-orders should be time frames. 100%, Chad. 100%. Fans want Asajj Ventress, newly sculpted Phase 2 Cody, newly sculpted Force Unleashed 1 Starkiller. Everyone wants Starkiller, let's be honest. Shan and many more fans want made. Well, hell, I mean, looking at Ghostbusters, a plasma series, me and a few people, we made our own Frozen Empire customs right there. So you're not telling me anything different. Now here, these pre-orders they actually opened up yesterday. 1 p.m. for Pulse members and 2 p.m. for all fans. Now here's something about Pulse. Okay, I am a Pulse Premium member, and I wanted to try and order something. Here's the thing. My Premium Pulse won't show up on my app, but it shows up on the desktop website. If I'm on the computer, I can pull it up, no problem. It recognizes me as a Premium Pulse member, but it won't on the app. Their app is trash, and they really need a lot of work done on it. Did we want a TVC Finn? No. Do we want the rest of the Bad Batch made? Yes. We need to call Ryan Danielson and get a yes movement to force Hasbro to listen to the fans. If only it was that simple. Savage Opress is a character fans wanted made in Black Series for so long. Yep. I don't even collect 1/12. I'm a big 1/18 scale G.I. Joe guy, but I don't want to see these great IPs not have toys out there for collectors and kids to be able to find. 100%, man. 100%. I mean, my G.I. Joe collection I got a lot of figures, but it's only a drop in the bucket compared to what has actually come out. And I'm not a completionist. I kind of pick and choose, to be perfectly honest. It's Chad. Ultra Carzilla says, it's Chad. While I do collect 112 and 118, 118 is my preferred scale due to more creativity, definitely. Pulse is not Hasbro. It's third party. That's why most times they receive and ship items last. Definitely. They are. I mean, it's Pulse is almost like it's like Hasbro's trying to be Amazon for some reason. There you go. Chad's like, cool. Let's keep going. Okay, so we're swinging over to Marvel. Now here is the Sentinel that we were announced last week about. 170, what is it, 175, 180 or something like this for this guy? It's still a high price point, but obviously look at him. He's huge. We get some blast effects. We also get some damaged pieces from the Sentinel, which is cool. So it's cool that we got a slightly scaled down version of this HasLab Sentinel from a few years ago. Obviously, it's a different paint, slightly different body for most parts, and a lot of things were taken out of it. No lights, no electronics, but that's perfectly fine. At least in my book it is. But here's the thing, like a head like this, even the damaged head, this damaged head right here, my thing about that is this. If you have a 3D printer and you can get a file, I could 3D print something like that and then just paint it. I mean, that's the thing. Gave you a sub. You all have an awesome night. I'll be lurking and listen. Thanks, Chad. And Chad, by the way, every Tuesday night when we stream here, Dave's Dimension for Tuesday Night Talks, usually around 8:15 or 8:15 p.m. Eastern, the stream is always open. So if you or anyone out there listening and watching wants to jump on, click on the link and join the conversation. Anyone and everyone is welcome. Or should I say are welcome. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of this is, just painted detail. It looks cool, but do I think that he's 180 worth it? No, I don't. Could I see this going on sale on the warehouse sale in Hasbro? Potentially. Maybe. But I can't bring myself to dropping 180 for him, 180 plus tax. I mean, don't get me wrong, he scales great. There we go, 97 right, Nightcrawler. I mean, he looks good right there. He looks very cool. Scale wise, I think the scale looks great. I mean, I would have pulled out Wolverine right there. There we go. We got some prototypes right next to this so you can see for scale. Definitely looks cool. It's a cool piece, but is it a home run? No. This is another little hot topic right here. We got Falcon, Red Hulk, or should I say Captain America, Red Hulk, and the new Falcon. I don't know. I'm not quite digging the dark blue outfit. Because I have Sam Wilson's Captain America outfit, or the Captain America figure, which was a kind of a build his wings, that is, when they did Winter Soldier and Falcon TV series. And I don't know, I'm on the fence on getting Cap. I mean, I like the green here. I definitely like this outfit for Falcon. It looks really cool. And obviously, he's going to have the same kind of wing movement as this Captain. But if you already have a Captain America with the wings, do you need a second one? It may be if you're a completionist. And there you go. You got Red Hulk. And now we got another commercial. YouTube hates me. There you go. Now, I get a lot of people are saying that he does not look like Harrison Ford. Well, duh. He's red, he's big and bulky. I can see how this is not Harrison Ford, but you got to basically imagine they're not going to make a Hulk that looks like Harrison Ford. Let's be honest. The little crevice right here, it's kind of reminiscent of what we see with with McFarlane. Am I going to get the Red Hulk? Probably not. Probably not unless he's on sale. I think this is a decent looking Hulk, but all they did was basically take Hulk, give him red paint, instead of green paint. That's pretty much what they did here. It wasn't that far fetched here. Here we go. Let's see if we can get down to. Yes, the wings do have a little bit more posing. I like this kind of look where we can have one wing down, one wing up. And obviously, this is a version that has like a full face mask going on. I'm guessing they're going to be doing some flying in a few different situations where it's upper atmosphere, where it's harder to breathe, so they need the full respiratory mask. Because you get that on both. We got that version for Sam here as Captain America. Now, I'm going to guess these are probably going to be about $40 a shot, at least. These are at least going to be $40. I mean, the back, these packs right here, these are just reissues of what we had before. And you got the same Red Wing design. Now he's, red, white, and blue, obviously. You're going to still kind of have the same kind of peg piece that goes into the back there. And then one that goes with the wings. I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, I like the white, blue, and red suit that he had at the end of the Disney Plus series. I think that looks way better. This, I don't know, I think the blue trim that goes around the wings, like the Air Force wings and the star, kind of get lost in the blue. I think with white, you would have more contrast. And that also begs the question, that suit from the end of, Falcon and Winter Soldier, that series, he had a suit gifted to him by the Wakandans. Is this the same suit? Did he paint the suit? Or is it something that can adapt to different colors? Or is this a completely different suit? That's going to be another question. So there they are talking about it. We have some sneaks right here. For your classic Marvel fans, I'm not overly psyched. She just doesn't do it for me. Pure honest and disclosure right there. Let's see here. Dre just popped in. Let's catch up here, guys. Archer says, I wish the Sentinel would go on sale, but it's their new HasLab one-time pre-order with no wide release. Yeah. The Brave New World set is going straight to clearance unless that movie is absolute fire. Agreed, 100%, man. My comic shop pre-orders Red Hulk for me. See, I don't have any Hulks, to be honest. I don't even have Gladiator Hulk from Ragnarok. I don't have any Hulks. I had a Hulk at one point in time, but that was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Harsh Archer. No, we don't know, Dre. That could be what happens. The man Click says, what's up, everyone? Everyone's saying hello to everyone else. 40 bones on Hasbro Pulse right now. For which one? Red Hulk? You know what's crazy? The Brave New World set is actually great quality, but Disney has killed our love for Marvel and Star Wars. I can't fault you on that. I really can't. I cannot fault you on that because I saw a bunch of newer Marvel figures at Ollie's, and my wife was like, "Oh, are these some figures you were looking for?" I was like, "You know what? They would be nice to have in the collection, but it's nothing that I absolutely have to have, and it's nothing that I think is amazingly cool." I'm like, it might be something that's kind of fun to throw in a collection, but I don't need it, and that's the truth. I mean, that is the truth right there. Good point, Dave. I don't have a Hulk figure either. That's the thing. I mean, if you're going to have a red Hulk, you at least have to have a green Hulk, right? You know, it's a thing. They're affiliates saying the man collects. Ready for tomorrow's video, Chris? I'm putting the finishing touches on tomorrow's video now. I have a video I need to upload, and I need to record another video tonight because I want to try and get some more videos out and see if we can pop up a few more watch hours. I'm putting the finishing touches right now, he says. I love a new Cap shield for my collection. I hope they release an Isaiah Bradley shield. I don't have any Cap shields, and I really do want one. At one point, I even considered a Lego version at one point, but Isaiah Bradley one would be cool, and I would love to get the actor to sign it too. But, you know, it all depends. But yeah, that was the Hasbro stream. It really wasn't anything special in my book. It really wasn't. Now, on to the big event. Mondo Toys with their rendition of the Real Ghostbusters. Introducing the first ever officially licensed Real Ghostbuster 1/12 scale figures. Who's your daddy? I want to figure out a cool way, I think he meant, a cool way to display the shields now that I've moved into the new spot. I mean, that all depends. I mean, I've seen people do like a round coffee table, like a round glass table. They put a shield underneath it. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can do that. Archer's like, oh boy. Yeah, if anyone wants to hop in and gives their input on this, bring it on. So, let's take a look at this offering. The first offering, the supersize. So, the supersize right here, you get the Real Ghostbusters Peter Venkman and Sam Hain pack timed edition. Timed edition because it's only going to be available for a certain amount of time. So we get this amazing looking Sam Hain. Look at the shading on here, the twisting of his cloak, his outfit. This is Sam Hain from the cartoon. This is straight out of the cartoon. Venkman, on the other hand, he looks a little off in the eyes. He looks like he's high, actually. He really does. I'm not joking. We get Slimer, but this looks like Slimer from like Slimer in the Real Ghostbusters several seasons later in the show. But aside from that, I mean, it looks good. We have the ghost trap hanging on the back of the proton pack. Let's take a look at some of the other pictures right there. Look at the proton pack right there, man. That looks like it's right out of the friggin' cartoon. It looks fantastic. We get alternate gloves. We get, kind of like, I don't care. And then we get more like a pissed off Venkman look. We get the particle stream that goes right on the tip of the wand. Giggity. We got the separate trap. Now, I don't know if this trap comes off or if this is a separate piece, but we also get a vanishing Sam Hain being sucked into the ghost trap figure. So that's pretty cool. You get 1, 2, 3 heads, set of extra hands. We get Slimer, separate hands for Venkman, 2 head sculpts for Venkman, his proton pack, the particle stream, and the trap with a Sam Hain that's getting sucked into the trap, and you get all that for 202 bones. I mean, in a world of SH Figure Arts, Mezco, and so many others, 200 for all that is not out of the realm of possibility. However, $200 for one Ghostbuster with 2 ghosts, and then let's say they repeat this. They're going to be offering, we know that they're going to be offering Boogeyman. If they do that with like Egon, which I think would make sense, and maybe like a small ghost with him, that's another $200. So you figure that's going to be like, to get all 4 is going to be $800. And then if they have 1 or 2 other extra figures, you could be looking at $1,000 easy for this. That's dangerous right there. That is very dangerous. Mondo out here about to drop free figures to creators to push sales on their trash. Hey, if they want to push free figures, I'm just saying, I'll give a review. It might not be a favorable review, but I'll give a review. Mad Hatter dropped a video today sounding like he had a pew pew to his head, talking about how this being a must buy. Now, see, that's the thing. I'm passing on these. Dre agrees. Isaiah's shield would be fire, 100%. Yeah, they have to explain how the trap effect works. Do the doors open? I believe. Well, there you go. In this picture right here, you kind of see it right there. So there's a cartridge that slides out, and then you have a cartridge with the doors open. So that's how that is. You're going to have a cartridge that slides into the trap, and that's pretty cool to have a sliding cartridge. That's cool in itself right there. Does that mean that they might introduce a containment unit that we can put the traps into? That would be cool. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But it's something cool. It's a thing from that one episode that we all know. That's the thing. I can't sign off on this for multiple reasons. These figures have Super 7 articulation. If they had SH Figure Arts articulation, maybe. Now you're talking Dre's language right there. If Dre's still listening, his ears just sparked up. I know that for a fact. But see, that's the thing. These will fit on a shelf, but for about $800 or even $1,000, for that much you could back 2 HasLabs and still have money left over for snacks. That's the thing. Me, I am all in. I am hashtag Ecto1 or bust. If the Ecto1 does not fund, I will not be trying to get my hands on these Mondo figures. They look amazing. They look awesome in picture, but I will be passing on them. 100% I'm passing on them. Archer says 100 for the Solo Buster and Ghost is tempting, but I buy the solos based on reviews, but that's it. That's a big maybe. No, I get that 100%, man. And that's the thing that Archer's talking about here is, let's go right here. $101, you get Slimer and you get Venkman. But here's the thing. You still get Sam Hain getting sucked into a trap. So you could still get Sam Hain in a sense, just not the full scary Sam Hain, but you still get Sam Hain being sucked into the trap. So for $101, I mean, between the two, it would be cool to have Sam Hain, sure. But look at all this. Slimer messing with Peter. Peter about to pull out his wand. We can potentially pose him, maybe stepping on the pedal for the trap. I mean, it does have the Super 7 kind of look to the art of the face. I will say that. They could have done an actual, an actual groove to give the appearance of a dimple or the chin break right there, but we don't get that. I love how the pack looks, though. The pack looks really good. I mean, it's not perfectly even here, And it's a shame we don't get like the red lights on here. But it is what it is. I mean, we still get the effect here. $100. I mean, it's a thing you could do. Nah, chill. You just changed my mind again. 4 RGB figures or a whole damn car with 7 figures? LOL. I mean, that's the thing. With the Ecto HasLab, regular Ecto 1 comes with the Ghost, with the Grey Lady, and Slimer. And if we make it under the deadline, potentially Louis Tully. All right? That's $325. For $400, which is $75 more, you get all 4 guys, the packs, the 2 ghosts, and the ability to swap it from Ecto 1 to Ecto 1A. So you have extra parts. And let's say the lighting effects on one of the racks goes out, you can switch the car back to the other type, creating longevity for that prop. It's just a thing. And I love the fact that we can plug a USB cable to power the Ecto from a distance. I love that. But see, that's the thing. If you have the space, are you going to go for the Ecto? And I brought this up with some of my friends. Archer has brought this up. So many damn vehicles this past year that people don't have room for them all. Either they're going to be selling off the vehicles or they need to do something to create more space. I'm going to be doing my garage shelving part thing on the back wall here so I can create more space so I can, display more things and not have stuff sitting on the floor. Okay, and $80 for a damn poster. $80 for this poster. You believe that? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool art and all, but $80? I don't know if it's that cool now. Let me just pull this up very quickly. Now, they did announce that they're breaking up the waves. There's going to be waves being broke up, I think, like one or two figures every so often. I'm not a big fan of that. Like, when I say every so often, I think like once a season. I could be wrong. I'm trying to see if I can pull up that. But that's the thing. Also, with this, these Ghostbusters, now, you can't tell me that Mondo is not trying to snipe from Hasbro. They are. 100% they are. They're trying to snipe sales from Hasbro, and that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so. The poster sold out. Yep. It will sell out because, in all honesty, Ghostbuster fans, we're starved for merch. We see something amazing, we want it. Especially when it comes to props. I will say this. Excuse me. If they didn't do an Ecto 1 and they did another prop, that would have sold out by now. I'm not saying I don't appreciate an Ecto. I definitely want this Ecto for my collection. This is something I've been wanting for a very, very long time. Now, I have a Kenner Real Ghostbusters Ecto 1, and I still have one still in the box, but it's a reissue. And I have the Lego Ecto 1 all the way up there. I even have the little kitty Ecto 1 over on the side here. But this Ecto is one I want. I'm hoping it does fun. It's just sad that realistically we're not going to be seeing we're not going to get Lewis, which is kind of, it's annoying. It's messed up, but it is. It is what it is. And I've already told people that I will not be backing these Ghostbusters in any shape or form. I even had some friends message me like, hey, we're trying to save on shipping. Do you want to go in? And I was like, nope, I'm passing on Mondo completely. For me, it's Ecto 1 or bust. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, guys. Not changing my mind. Not one bit. But, guys, that's pretty much the show this week. Again, I have to apologize for everyone. Me and Dre, we spoke. Since the school lunch fundraiser never really happened. When I say never really happened, we only had like one or two people and make donations. So the school lunch fundraiser is off. We were hoping we would get some kind of that we would get a few people to donate. This year was just tough with all the hurricanes, all the disaster, everything going on. Plus, there's a lot of other charities going on. It just wasn't it wasn't our year this year to fundraise. And it was very simple. You go to the website, to the actual foundation's website, Food and Research Center .org. Go there. You go to FRAC, and you donate $10. You take a screenshot of it. You send it to us with your name, your real name, your screen name, and a screenshot of that donation, and you were entered. We only had like 1 or 2 people do that. So sadly, the school lunch fundraiser, for all lack of a better word, was a bust this year. We're hoping to, try and do a couple fundraisers next year. I'm going to be doing Stream for the Cure, of course, next year for Roswell Park Cancer Research. But even that's going to look a little different. We're not going to do the same thing we've been doing, because this past year is one of the worst years as far as fundraising goes. I know life in general and the world in general are a little crazy right now, but here's hoping that 2025 will be a different story, guys. And by the way, guys, speaking of which, every Tuesday night, you guys know I do Tuesday night talks. Anyone and everyone is invited to come on. If you have opposing opinions, if you think I'm completely wrong about Mondo, come on the stream and argue it out. We are welcome here, okay? The Dimension is a welcome. It's a safe place where all opinions are welcomed and appreciated. There's no editing here, no gatekeeping, no deleting of comments. It's a safe space where we can all just talk about our fandoms. If you have an opposing point, hey, bring it on. Let's talk it out, man. Let's look at every angle and let's see if we can change the other person's mind. But guys, I hope everyone and their families has a safe Halloween this week. Don't forget, I believe Archer is still doing his usual stream this week. This Thursday, it's Halloween though. Are you going to be Archer? Are you going to be streaming this week? This week, Thursday at 8:15ish on the Nerd Affiliated channel. Let us know. Inquiring minds would love to know. If Lewis doesn't get unlocked, will that change your mind back? If Lewis doesn't get backed, I will be very disappointed. But I'm already of the mindset that I don't see that happening. I don't see him being backed. Because let's go to Hasbro right now. Okay. If anything, we're probably around $8,000. No, we're just under 8,000. We're at 7,995, which means we need 4,005 backers by midnight Saturday night. But we need 4,500 backers by midnight Saturday. Do you see that happening? We've only gotten a couple hundred backers today. Today's Tuesday. You have tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. I don't see Lewis being backed. I really don't. It would be great that even if we do get the Ecto backed, that if the HasLab team says, you know what, we made the mold for Lewis, we're going to give you Lewis anyways because you're such amazing fans. That would be great, but I don't see it happening. Okay, Archer does say that yes, he is streaming. Might be delayed, but he does plan to still stream. So there you go. This Tuesday, maybe 8:15ish, maybe 8:30, could be 9:15. Who knows? But go to Nerd Affiliated and make sure you have those notifications turned on. Make sure that bell is struck so you get notifications for when Archer will go live. Ultra Garzilla says, I may do some horror photo reels Thursday, depending on if I don't get too tired from the day. There you go. Hasbro won't just toss them in. I know, but, it's a nice thought, right? It's a nice thought. It's not likely, but it's a nice thought. But, guys, I want to thank everyone who popped through the channel this week. Again, I did drop a bit of a pickup video, so please go ahead and check that out. It's not terribly too long. I have an unbox video that I will be uploading for tomorrow. And, of course, I might try and do an unbox tonight. We'll see what happens. But, guys, until next time, guys, you know me. This is the channel where chaos and insanity will always reign supreme. If anyone ever wants to come on, you want to schedule a Tuesday night or another night where you want to do a live stream, just message me at Daves_Dimension on Instagram. And email me at davesdimension78@gmail.com. Collabs are welcome. I'm willing to work with anyone and everyone. We can talk about anything you want. You want to promote your channel, your business, or just want to talk some movies? The dimension is always open, guys. So until next time, this is Dave from Dave's Dimension saying keep on busting. And you guys know what I'm going to say. I say it every single time. I will always catch you on the flip side. Take care, guys.
Step into Dave's Dimension so wild, where chaos rules and sanity's exiled. Tech toys and gadgets fill the air. Superheroes talk without a care. In this realm of wires and might, late night sessions feel so right. Insanity's damn